What do you think about the Netflix era so far?
I think it's going to be good. But at first, I think they also like use it as an opportunity to catch everybody up who might have not watched wrestling since like the Attitude Era.
Which I didn't like. I mean, I guess I understand.
I get it, but I didn't like it.
I absolutely hated.
Yeah.
Now,
it was so long.
do in a big picture, in a vacuum, I do love what they're doing with WWE on Netflix.
Completely agree.
But I absolutely hated what they did with The Rock to open up to WWE on Netflix. I don't get it. They exposed so many aspects of it, and then Triple H afterwards at the press conference was like, everybody knows what we're doing. Everybody knows that this is all a work, right? He didn't, maybe not in those terms, but that's essentially what he said.
That's exactly
what he told everybody, look, everybody knows this is a work. Yeah, I get that, Hunter. I get that. But even the people that understand that and know that, we still want the work to continue.
Yeah, we want to play. Like, we want the game.
Like, we want The Rock to be in that ring. And somebody, who was it that pointed this out? They were like, would you ever see Stone Cold Steve Austin or Cena or The Rock sitting in the front row like Cody Rhodes was? And the answer to the question is no, you wouldn't.
No. And you called that, like, not to like get up too off topic, but you called that Cody Rhodes is going to be a paper tiger of a champion. It's been nothing for me. Cody Rhodes has done nothing for me. And you said at the time, you said it's hard for a baby face to really push a title like that. So I give you credit.
It's hard it is hard for like. I mean, I love Cody Rhodes. I think he's been a great champ.
I don't think it was his fault, though. I just think I literally think they were waiting for Netflix to start.
It's not his fault. Cody Rhodes, I think he's great. I think everything they're doing is great with Cody Rhodes. The Kevin Owens stuff, the bringing back the old title.
Yeah,
I love it.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Saturday night main event. There's a nostalgia aspect to it. Maybe that's why I love it. I do love everything WWE's doing, except for what they did in that moment on the first Raw on Netflix with The Rock and Cody in the front row. The whole fucking thing was stupid.
But don't you think it was almost like introducing new people to it? Wasn't there like an aspect of that?
That's exactly what it was, but it was unnecessary.
And overboard. Like, it almost held their hand too much.
Way too much. They over-explained everything on that broadcast.
Completely agree. It was too long. It was just over. It made it too long.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't have to do it. And we were all sitting there going, "Oh, we got The Rock now, maybe versus Roman," and that whole night ruined the whole Rock storyline. I know they can say all they want, or they can go back to it, and of course they can. Yeah. It's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same.
No, you're right.
It might be great to people that have no idea what's happened the last year and a half, but they kind of abandoned the hardcore fan with that shit. And I get it. Like, there's a bigger business picture at play here. I understand all of it.
And also, like, I read something months back about Netflix. They want you to keep telling what the plot is, even for movies. This is like a directive they've given out because most people watch Netflix on in the background. It's almost background noise. So they want you to like just keep reminding dumb people of the plot just to keep them engaged.
Yeah, I mean,
I guarantee part of that went into it too. Netflix didn't throw.
Yeah, but the plot is what? The Rock and Cody Rhodes hate each other. The last time we saw them together was WrestleMania, and right before then there was the build-up. There was the whole like beat down in the parking lot.
Especially
and
how
they
good
pulled the curtain back and they show you what it was in real life in that moment, and they just didn't have to do that.
And especially how good they are with just straight promos. Their promos are like leading up to WrestleMania. Every bit of storyline that they plug into those like epic promos that they make, they could have done that. They could have done that at the beginning and just opened it as like previously on.
Look, there's always going to be complaints of what the WWE does.
I still think they're in a good place though. Like it should be on Netflix.
They're in a great place. They're in a great place. It's just I didn't agree with how they handled the Rock situation and the end when Roman won, and they played it nice, and they acknowledged Cody in the front row. Like, I hated the whole thing. I guarantee you Cody hated how that went down.
So I think Cody's just like a company guy. I bet he didn't care at all.
I think he probably cared. I know you can be a company guy in that moment and still disagree with how they're handling business.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Because that's what, I mean, I look at it kind of the opposite, I guess. The company guy is just going along with it and not stepping up and expressing his disagreement with the way they're handling it.
How you think it should go?
He's the company guy's just going along with it. The company guy's getting in the front row, going, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with this. This is kind of stupid. And the question came up. I think it was it Bubba Ray Dudley? I saw the clip on Twitter, which was, would The Rock, Stone Cold, Cena agree to sit there in the front row for that?
Stone Cold wouldn't even show up to it.
Hell no.
To that Netflix debut. So like, because
Roman wouldn't have done that.
None of them should do it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
that was I didn't get it. I don't like it.
If you have,
I mean I get it in the sense that the whole big business aspect of it, like there's other factors at play now that there's Netflix and
that doesn't mean
TKO.
they're right. That also doesn't mean
no,
they're right.
but I get it, but I disagree with it.
Yeah, you're not
from a WWE storyline perspective. It was
if they stacked it,
it kind of ruined everything.
If they stacked it with Hall of Famers, that was like, and they're just saying like, now we're bringing all of this to Netflix, all of this history. That's the way to do it, not with a current champion. It's a crazy way to accomplish anything.
No, and now you got the Royal Rumble, and we're wondering what's going to happen. John Cena is back, the farewell tour.
Yeah,
and you have Roman. I don't really know where that stands. Again, I think we're going to see CM Punk at some point back in that mix. They get the McIntyre, Rollins, CM Punk triangle feud that continues to
don't you not
keep
want
going?
That now? I want Roman, The Rock. I want them intertwined until WrestleMania.
Yeah, they almost
don't care about
have to, but they ruined it again, like we just mentioned.
Yeah, you're right.
Like they kind of went away from it by having that one night.
The shark. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if they think they can get back into it, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it work. I'd love to believe again.
And it feels like we deserve a payoff almost. Like it built up I think maybe the best storyline of all time. A storyline that elevated Rock into the top 3 of all time for me. So it's like it's I don't know. It's just
made Roman arguably the greatest of all time, right?
It might put Roman on the top 10 of all time, easy. Right now.
Yeah, I mean he's
for real.
I think he's top 5. I think
for real. Like, but it definitely put him like amongst the gods of wrestling.
Well, think about Roman before that. Think about Roman before he came back and was the tribal chief.
Yeah,
he was a guy that they tried to push and shove down your throat.
He was the second Cena that people were sick of.
To the point it was like, we don't need to see this anymore.
Yeah.
It's not working for us. You know, the big dog, this is his yard. And they force-fed that to everybody, and it just didn't work. I mean, I don't think it's that people hated him. I think it's just that everybody acknowledged, like, this isn't...
It's manufactured.
This isn't working.
Yeah.
But then he came back. He was the tribal chief. You put him with Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
He seems to be a different cat. You put him with the bloodline.
Yeah.
And there's just this mystique, this aura they created around him.
And also
they had the theme song. They had the entrance. They had everything. The Emmy Award-winning acting to go along with it. The Sami Zayn stuff they brought into the equation. Like, there was just so much that made Roman look so good. And I don't want to say they made him look good because
he did the work too. Yeah.
He ultimately makes everything look great.
Yeah.
But that whole thing put him at a level he's wasn't going to get to if he remained the big dog and this is his yard. It had to change.
I mean, arguably, he was the worst of the Shield at that time, arguably. And then he turned himself into maybe one of the greatest of all times.
I don't know if he was the worst in the Shield. I don't think I agree with that, but
at the time, though, that he was the one who did nothing.
See, I didn't even like the Shield.
I loved the Shield.
Did you love the Shield?
Yeah, it was right when I got back into wrestling again, and I loved them. I absolutely loved them. I was in.
You were in on the Shield?
Yeah. Seth Rollins, his head went through a table during a pay-per-view. I don't even know which one it was, and I was like, "This is my guy. I love this guy."
Do you love Seth Rollins now?
Less. Now I like Roman more. Roman was number 3. It was, and what's his face is number 2.
Ambrose.
Yeah.
What's his name now?
His real name, right?
What's his name?
I can't even think. Renee? No.
Who?
That's his wife's name.
Oh, Jesus. No. Moxley. John Moxley.
There you go. Yeah.
Moxley. John Moxley. I don't know how we're forgetting that. He's a superstar, but...
Well, it's because I don't watch AEW anymore.
No, I did. I mean, I think with AEW, it's just... my mic, I think I broke it again. Microphone's broken. We good? No? Yeah, there it is. No, I think with AEW, it's they did go to a smaller arena recently. See, the thing that sucks about AEW is that MJF was so good, and I feel like now I watch him and I can't watch it anymore. I don't know. I don't know what they did with it. I don't have an explanation, so I don't want to knock it too much because it's one of those things. It's like come to me with the solution, not the problem. Yeah. And I don't have the solution, so I don't really want to knock what's going on if I don't have a solution to it. I just think the reality is WWE. It's less of a knock on AEW and more praise for WWE. And I just think I think maybe that dude will regret not going to WWE.
Don't you think they all will?
When he was at his peak? Oh, yeah. I think Omega.
Yeah, for real. Like,
man, like he's so good. But Kenny Omega can still.
You gotta go to the big show.
Kenny Omega can have a sit down with Tony Khan next week and go, I gotta go.
Yeah.
The Rumble's in 2 weeks. I gotta go. They can make that work.
Yeah.
And that would be huge. And he could rejuvenate whatever he had when he was in New Japan, and he was in Bullet Club. I mean, he's awesome. Kenny Omega's awesome. So they could make that work. But I don't want to knock AEW too much. I don't think it's a knock on them as much as it is praise for WWE.
I almost feel like you have to compare them to NXT.
AEW? Yeah, definitely.
I think it's like if you do that, it makes more sense.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You have to compare it to NXT. And
in the bottom to middle of WWE, obviously, but mostly NXT.
I mean, I like NXT, but again, NXT, there's just, and I can't even put my finger on it. Maybe it's just the production, the camera work, the commentary, whatever it is that WWE puts together.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just elite.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
No pun intended, by the way. But it just is. So, yeah, it's more of a praise for WWE, but that's what we got. Who's going to win the Rumble?
I have no idea. I really don't know.
I don't want to look at the odds because it spoils it.
No. Yeah, I don't want to look at it either.
I mean, I usually look. I'll.
Sometimes it's almost like spoiler. Sometimes.
Oh, it's a huge spoiler.
Yeah, we can pull it up.
You want to pull it up? Now we got to pull it up. Go to. You know where it is? Actually,
no. Where?
It's. I'll look it up.
I don't know anything about betting. You're going to find out about me. I'm a good.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I would tell you where to get it, but they don't pay me for ads, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, just find it. Just use their information on your own, and don't say.
All right, there it is, right there. That's where you gotta go. So, you can find, and then I think if you go to sports, and then there should be an entertainment section, I think. In there, though maybe not. They could have changed it. I see martial arts pop right up. I don't know. Oh, here it is.
Okay. Did you get it? 'Cause
right.
I don't have it. It
Entertainment.
said nothing available right now to me.
Entertainment. Hold on. We have entertainment. What is this? This could be a good segue. Entertainment aliens. What is that?
I don't know. Are people betting if aliens are coming?
You have until March 31st. This is a real live. This is a bet you can make.
I love this.
The category was aliens under entertainment. Celebrity confirmed to be an alien. Can you guess?
Okay.
Who has the best odds of a celebrity confirmed to be an alien?
Like celebrity actor
this is
or
wild.
celebrity.
This is fucking wild.
Celebrity actor or celebrity rich guy?
There's a combo. There's a lot of different ones on here.
Well, I think Elon is going to be up there. I think
no.
Elon's not there. Okay.
No, he's not.
Tom Hanks. I'm gonna go Tom Hanks. I'm gonna swing for a Tom Hanks.
No.
Okay.
They're not.
Zuckerberg.
He's up there, but it's not number one.
He's not number one. Who the hell is more alien than him?
Dennis Rodman plus 1,200.
Nah, that's
Zuckerberg plus 1,600. Steven Spielberg plus 1,600. Yep. Miley Cyrus plus 2,000. Kanye West plus 2,000.
Okay, maybe.
Caitlyn Jenner plus 2,500.
No.
Bill Gates plus 2,500. The Olsen twins plus 2,500. P. Diddy plus 2,500. Tom Cruise plus 3,300.
Who places these bets?
I don't know. They throw in an Adam Silva plus 3,300. But then you got celebrity to be abducted by aliens first.
Okay. I think Trump Dog.
Yeah, you got it. Plus 1,600. He's the favorite. Elon Musk plus 2,000. Taylor Swift plus 2,200. Jeff Bezos plus 2,500. Barack Obama, President Obama plus 2,500.
Okay.
And Vladimir Putin plus 2,500. And then you got alien being. This is the last one on here. Alien beings to be confirmed. Will aliens be confirmed?
Yeah.
You only have one option, and it's yes at plus 300. Okay. So would you take the yes? Would you put your money at plus 300 that aliens are about to be confirmed?
About
Paul?
to be.
Yeah.
I'm going no.
You're going to go no.
I'm
I
not
mean, there's no
betting
bet. You
I'm not
can't
betting
even
money
place
on
that
it.
bet.
Yeah, I'm not going to place it.
It's just yes
I'm
or
not
no.
placing that
Oh,
one.
excuse me, just yes. There's no no.
I'm not placing that one.
So have you seen any UFOs?
No. At one time when right after September 11th, we were on my deck, a bunch of my friends, and we thought we saw a UFO, but it was just a plane. It was just a plane. It was like hypersensitive. Like it was like you were
looking
I was
for
a
it.
dumb kid.
You were looking for it.
Yeah. But no, it was 100% just a plane. That's the closest I've come to it.
What do you mean you were? I'm talking about recently.
No, nothing.
Because that's all. Like everyone's talking about UFOs.
No. Do you think it's like? I believe people are seeing.
All right, are you on? I mean, is this even the dark web? Are you on X? Do you read all the UFO stuff on X?
Yeah.
Because my timeline, I don't even follow these people, and my timeline is just UFOs.
Mine's not. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Right.
I'm interested too, and mine
The
isn't.
fucked up world that we live in.
Mine's like
My phone lives in apparently. I'll ask you first, and then I'll be able to compare mine.
Yeah.
What would you say the top 3 storylines on your X algorithm are?
Mine
right
are
now?
almost always video game things. That's it. 'Cause
Oh, so you think it factors in what you're reading and what you're seeing?
Mine does.
Oh man,
No,
I don't even think.
no. Okay, no. But
I don't even think I should reveal what's on mine.
No. What they do, they don't just do that though. But they also every once in a while they'll cycle in another thing to try to catch you. And then if you look on that too long, then that's all they flood you with. Because my Instagram's ruined because of that.
So what would you say the top 3 things on your Twitter?
It's definitely
On
all
your
video
X.
game things. Like Switch just came out, the Switch 2 or
Switch
whatever.
2.
So that's probably like a main thing.
Yeah.
Something about like Elon usually pops up on mine.
Elon's all over my timeline.
Elon definitely pops up on mine. A lot of SpaceX stuff, but I follow that too. So it's like it's hard to really. I don't use it a lot either though. Too. I keep myself under 25 minutes a day. I go hard those 25 minutes though. But
I mean, so the top 3 things for me, UFOs. All right, I would say. Then there's like a mix of like politics and WWE.
okay,
And then it's
I got a little WWE.
And then there's this one girl who is getting bonked by 1,000 dudes. Have you seen her?
Oh,
and they use the word bonked.
That's not on my thing, but I've seen that. There's a documentary. I remember.
Which is not.
Yeah.
There's no way that's even true. She's lying, clearly.
No, it's filmed.
Oh no, it's filmed.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No.
She ain't. It's no way. 1,000.
Well, maybe I'm thinking about the 100 one because there was a 100 one, and maybe the 1,000 one was the one that topped the 100.
This girl is
So
walking
I might
around
be-
London
The 100 one was the
asking people to bonk her. That's her words.
The 100 one, they did a documentary about it, and she cries at the end of it.
Oh really?
It's fucked up.
Oh, real fucking shocker.
Yeah, I know. You thought this was gonna be good for you?
What the fuck? What are we doing?
She was mad that some of the guys were complaining. They were like, I was supposed to get 5 minutes.
No. I mean, I just don't think the girl who's got 1,000.
The 1,000 one, like,
it's not.
one-upped her.
There's no way.
The story started.
There is no chance in hell that is 1,000 is happening. There's no way.
I think when we were in the 90s, I think there was those things are going on.
1,000?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look
Paul,
up what the record is.
what?
This is all we're doing. What, plus or minus?
All right, hold on.
Aliens are 1,000.
Yes to aliens is plus 300.
The record.
But then it's like define an alien.
I'm not even sure
Hold
how-
on. Then it's define an alien.
I'm not sure how to search this.
Like what? Like I think aliens could end up being something that we're not even considering. Like I'm a spiritual guy, so like spiritual
you think this
beings
might be like something otherworldly.
But what is otherworldly?
Not made by America or China.
Yeah, but not now.
Oh, you think they might have found something and then reversed it?
No. I think like.
I think you're right about the 1,000 thing because this says the world's biggest gangbang.
All right, so we're crossing two. I'm about to get into spiritual stuff, and we're still talking about the girl bonking 1,000 dudes. We got to calm down and find our base right now.
That's debunked. That's debunked.
Of course, it's debunked. Think about. I mean, just what have you ever done 1,000 times? Anything, and then imagine, and then think about that.
The 100's real though. We like that. That's real. They did a documentary on it.
I don't even know if I believe that. I don't believe these girls are just trying to get views. They're trying to get page views and hits and insights and.
Well, what do you think
TikTok's
about TikTok's
done? So who knows what they're doing?
Not to get too off topic, but a little more wrestling. Hogan getting.
We are all over the map today.
Hogan getting booed.
Hogan getting booed
on Netflix. Netflix.
Well, I mean, look. Have you ever look? As somebody who loves wrestling and loves nostalgic wrestling, the wrestling part of it, nobody loves or appreciates the golden era and what Hulk Hogan did more than me. Yeah. And probably you as well.
Me, yeah.
The problem becomes, am I real? And I thought about like, oh, can't all you wrestling fans like put the bullshit aside and root for the guy
for 5 seconds?
But then when you read the quote, the racist quote that he has, it's like, oh, dude, I can't defend this guy. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to sit here and defend that.
I don't disagree with you.
It's like cringe. Like it makes you mad.
Every time he opens his mouth, it's a lie. He just lies.
Yeah.
He just makes up things.
So I'm just kind of like
we can. It's almost like R. Kelly. You can still like I Believe You Can Fly and think he's a bad guy. You know what I mean? Space Jam is still a good movie, and you can think R. Kelly's a bad guy. And it's
I still listen to P. Diddy.
Exactly.
P. Diddy still pops up in my Spotify.
It's the exact same. And I think that's fine. I think it's fine separating that stuff.
Yeah.
But I thought it was kind of funny though, and also like a good advertisement for his dumb bear. Do you know what I mean?
The real American beer?
I bought it. It's garbage.
Did you buy it?
Yeah. It tastes like Miller Lite / Bud Light to me.
Do you drink regular beer though?
Not really.
See, that might be.
That's the other thing. I don't really like.
Yeah. Well, we were trying to get it down the bar, and we couldn't. We ended up not being able to get it. I guess we were trying to reach out, I think, to one of the distributors about it. It just never ended up happening. I don't know the exact reason, so I don't know that I want to blame it on Real American Beer. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's a situation where there are times I go, do we have to boo him?
Yes.
At wrestling, if you want to boo him at like
that's kind of
something else.
Honestly, that's
but at a wrestling event when I Am a Real American comes on, like,
what do you?
Can
really
we cheer for that? Yeah. But then it's like I can't get over that. Then you read some of the shit he said.
You're not wrong.
It's like I can't. It's too vulgar. I cannot.
You're not wrong. I
support that.
You're not wrong. I can't. I wish they just. I almost wish they didn't really need him either, which is a weird thing. Like, why was he even there? I don't know why you really needed him at Netflix.
Well, here's what they should do. I mean, just have him come out as Hollywood Hogan, NWO Hogan.
And then you can boo him.
And then the booing seems normal. Instead, he's coming out as I Am a Real American.
You're a fucking genius.
Why wouldn't you do it?
Exactly. That's like... Dude, that's exactly what they.
So now, if they really wanted,
that's just them not thinking enough. That's exactly.
If Real American Beer wants a real marketing strategy, here's what it should be: bring him out again, and bring him out at the Royal Rumble, right? And put the mic in his hand in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, full hail
with an American flag. Put a Trump T-shirt on him, right?
Go all the way,
and then he could bring someone out, and then it's like.
And you even
low blow.
You can even have the Hollywood version.
Spray paint NWO, rip it off. You know what I mean?
Show the new logo of the bear. It's the Hollywood.
Hogan on the beer. Yeah. I mean, it's
now
no
you sell
brainer.
it too. Now you get two.
Now I'm going to find it. Now I'm walking to Packies to go find Real American Beer. Yeah, maybe they have to lean into that.
I love that.
But anyways, back to the girl who was bonking 1,000 dudes.
Yeah. She's fake.
No, I'm kidding. I don't want to. That's fake.
That's real. Wrestling's real. That's fake.
Wrestling's real. That's fake. No, UFOs. By the way, I did look up while we were talking about that who the favorite for the Royal Rumble winner is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I don't think we
You want
should
me to
know.
tell you?
I don't want to know. Don't wreck the Royal Rumble for me. It's one of my favorite things.
Because it's one of those names, though, you're like, yeah, this is. But then there's a close second where I'm like,
Okay.
maybe they got it wrong. Maybe there's somebody out there in the dirt sheets throwing some fake stuff.
Is it someone from the outside coming in? Is that one of the?
No,
Okay. All right.
it's not.
All right. I don't care if you spoil it then. That's less of a.
You know, so you want
You
me to
can
just
say
say
it. Yeah, just
who
say
the
it.
favorite is?
Yeah,
All right,
just
let me
tell
just make sure
Spoiler
my
alert
eyes.
for everyone at
I just
home,
want to
too.
make sure my eyes did not deceive me. This is a spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
if you don't want to know,
I would fast forward 30 seconds, though. You know, if you.
You'll be fine. Also,
You'll be all right. You'll live. You'll live to see another day. The favorite to win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble in
CM
2 weeks.
Punk.
No.
Okay.
CM Punk has the second best odds at plus 300. The favorite to win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble is John Cena at minus 200. So you got minus 200, a favorite, and the next best odds, CM Punk at plus 300. It's not even
That's big.
it's not even like Punk is like
How does that go?
plus 150,
How does that go?
plus 300. Can you guess who's third?
No, I don't even know.
Third, fourth, and fifth.
I can't even imagine who.
I
it would
could
be.
see. Third is The Rock at plus 600.
Oh my god!
Which means that
That's what
like,
I want. I want that.
which means that's possible. And then you got Roman Reigns plus 700.
Yeah.
Followed by Seth freaking Rollins at plus 900, and then the odds
Then it's
plummet.
Everybody. Yeah.
Jey Uso plus 2800.
Never happened.
Not happening. I don't think
Yeah.
Seth Rollins isn't. That's not going to happen.
That's a good way to like kind of really stoke a fire in something. You end it. The Rock's in the ring. Roman's in the ring.
CM
Maybe
Punk
CM
and
Punk, maybe
Cena.
Seth and Cena. That's
Yeah.
kind of like that's a fun ending. I love
Drew
Royal
McIntyre.
Rumble.
Wow,
Royal Rumble's my favorite.
Drew McIntyre plus 3,300. No respect.
I love Drew McIntyre.
For the Scottish Warrior. Randy Orton plus 3,300.
Yeah, I'd want it for Randy, but it makes no sense. So
Goldberg is on here at plus 5,000. Ooh, Brock Lesnar plus 5,000.
you know what? Like
gonna
that,
see
that
the
might be
beast?
something just to throw $100 at. Like,
Cody Rhodes plus 6,600. He's
How
not.
does that make
He's not
sense?
going to be in it. Stone Cold plus 7,500
to win it, Stone Cold to win it, or just to be in it?
to win it.
Like, that's not happening.
Yeah, but that might mean he's in it. You know what I mean? If he's
Yeah.
on this list, you go through the list. I'm trying to find somebody who's like,
And it seems like they've wanted him for quite a bit of these pay-per-views, and he just doesn't want to show up. So at some point, he is going to show up.
I'm trying to look for a name on here that isn't. They don't have. No, there's no like Kenny Omega on here or anything.
Okay, yeah.
You know. So I'll give you my Royal Rumble prediction. Cena's the favorite, minus 200. I actually seen the handful of people at the top of this list. I think you could see this change in the next week.
Yeah,
I do believe.
I don't see Cena.
Well, here's the deal. The fact that The Rock is up in the top 3, the fact that The Rock has the third best odds to win the Royal Rumble, and it's not even by like that much of a long shot, it's only plus 600, it tells me that there are plans for The Rock to do something.
Yeah,
And if he's going to do something, he's going to do something big. He ain't doing a singles match.
but he could do a Rumble,
He could do a triple threat at WrestleMania,
which is
which is so.
So he doesn't even have to win the Rumble to that. Like he could be fucked over.
So I think it's going to be, because people think that Cena versus Cody Rhodes is the match. That's like the assumption.
Wow.
And I don't think
Why
that's
would
going to
anyone
happen.
want that?
What I think is going to happen is you're going to get The Rock and Roman Reigns to be in a situation where maybe like they get eliminated at the same time, or maybe they don't, at the end of the last two, and they don't eliminate each other. They both consider themselves the winners.
Okay.
And I don't know. They have to choose. I don't know. Maybe they choose Cody. My point is, however they do it with The Rock and Roman Reigns, I think we're going to see that triple threat that we talked about last year.
Yeah, you're right.
The Rock, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania.
In the way they get to that is definitely the Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I just think we're going to have to be in a situation where The Rock versus Roman Reigns happens. I don't think it's going to be a one-on-one.
Yeah, because it can't be.
It can't be.
And then you can also set up a Cena thing with Rollins or something.
No, you can set up
Within
Cena
that
versus
same-
CM Punk.
Or that within that same motion at the end of the Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, keep an eye on the championship, the world championship, the big gold, because I don't like that could result in an elimination chamber loss to where somebody has it.
Does Cena
And then it's Cena Punk for the world championship you know what I mean?
is that the championship that counts? Like Ric Flair has the most and Cena has 15.
If it doesn't, they'll make it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
world championship.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it has to.
Yeah. So
Because
that's what's gonna happen.
it has to.
Yeah.
And Cena will win that one.
Yeah. And then he becomes they push Ric Flair aside a little bit. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly what's
And-
gonna happen.
Maybe it's Punk Cena. Like maybe Punk wins it at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, exactly. With still
Loses it
plenty
to
of
Cena
time.
at WrestleMania. There's plenty of time for that to happen. I mean, you get a couple pay-per-views here before WrestleMania. And now they're treating Raw on Netflix almost as a pay-per-view. They're treating Saturday Night Main Event almost as a pay-per-view. You have multiple options to put that title that Gunther has on someone else to set up a John Cena situation at Mania.
Yeah. That I hope
That's
a hope. That's good TV if they do that.
if they don't do that, I could see them doing Cena, Cody.
Yeah.
I
I just
could-
don't get it. I don't really get it. Like there's nothing to it that I don't know. Like there's so much backstory and there's so much more to everything that you just described, as opposed to just sticking Cena wins the Rumble and you stick them. I don't know. It's like so obvious. It's too bland. I hate it. I'm not saying they won't do it, but I don't like that at all.
Is there a better chance aliens at plus 300 or
John Cena wins.
John Cena wins the Rumble? What do you John Cena minus 200. And then aliens, do they exist? Yes, plus 300. So it's a better chance that Cena wins the Rumble than aliens existing.
I actually agree with that.
But the UFO stuff, tonight is supposed to be the night as we record here on this Saturday night.
Okay,
that they're
why?
revealing some
really?
major UFO information.
Oh, okay. Hell
Like
yeah.
they have videos. There's people out there. Then your X feed is much different than mine.
Yeah, mine's like
My X feed is mostly UFOs.
like dumb pets. I have dumb pets. I have like a girl.
No,
I have like a girl's Instagram on my Twitter.
And I'm telling you, something's gonna go. I don't know what's
You
happening.
think there's a chance that that it is aliens though? Because there was a moment where I was like, hey, "There's a chance," because those things are doing things that, as far as we know, they're not capable of doing. They're staying up there for 6 and 7 hours at a time. Drones have 45-minute an hour battery tops. They're
not drones.
not showing heat signatures. Some of them. which is
Yeah,
really fucking
it's
weird.
almost mimicking everything that Bob Lazar
Yeah, it's almost exactly
told us
like
about several years ago.
that. Yeah.
Right? And for the people that don't follow the UFO stuff, Bob Lazar was a guy who allegedly
Worked at
Area 51, went on Joe Rogan, exposed
his
as
job
much
was-
as he could.
His job was to reverse engineer a part of these supposedly found alien ships.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people believe him because then there's video of him going way back on some like talk show.
He's been pretty
back in
consistent.
like the 80s maybe, where
Yeah,
he talks
it was like
about how
late 80s, yeah,
yeah, and he talks about how humans are just we're containers.
for souls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
a lot of interesting stuff.
he says a lot of wacky shit. I don't necessarily believe everything to be gospel, but I would not be surprised if he has like the big picture part of it
Yeah,
and
a
like
little
stuff
bit.
that look. Like, how deep do you want to go with this conversation?
It's your podcast, as deep as you want. I'll get crazy.
Because, well, I mean, when you see all this UFO stuff, I mean, do you have?
I hope it's us. That's what I say. Because I don't think it's aliens. I don't think it's interdimensional beings.
I don't even know how to say what I'm about to say.
Okay.
it's that deep. Like, do you ever question humanity? Like, how much do you ever sit there and question
and like wonder why we're here and how we got here?
what is this?
Oh, yeah.
Why are we here?
Every second of every day.
What happens after?
Yeah.
Is there an after?
Oh, yeah.
Like this.
Constantly. The people who
Like,
don't...
what we're doing right now is very ridiculous.
It's very weird, right?
Like, to the point where there could be just something completely different that we don't even... I think... See, what I want to say, I don't know how to say this. It's like, all right, I'm a spiritual person, right? I don't necessarily believe in a lot of things regarding to evolution.
A lot of things that some people take for granted almost. Yeah.
Like, I do believe that we were created. And I think it's possible that at some point humans, like, something is shown to us that's like, oh, like there's gonna, like, it's possible that we get an oh shit moment that's so wacky, but isn't necessarily like aliens. It seems alien because it is sort of this like unknown.
Yeah, you define an alien as the unknown.
Right? But it's not like I don't think we're going to see the Greys, right? With the big heads and the eyes.
Yeah.
Like, or like the 7-foot giants walking around Guatemala or whatever those videos are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's what we're going to see. I think, though, there's going to be some type of moment, whether it's these UFOs, whether it's something at some point, and maybe we're not me and you on around for it either, right?
Possibly, yeah. It does seem like it's heating up now, though. If something is going to pop out, it could pop out.
Yeah, well, I think we just... I mean, think of how...
Well, but the thing...
Think of technology.
The thing I think of how much the Bible mimics a lot of what's going on. Because I think, like, even, like, the giants, like, we all laugh at the giants. Like, I think it's goofy in a way, too. But the Bible also describes those giants. They call them Nephilim. Mm-hmm. So, like, these aliens, like, in a way, you could say these things have been with us in our recorded history for quite a long time. Which that gives... I don't think this is aliens. But we've been talking about aliens for so long through every religion.
But
it makes me think there's a good possibility that there is something more. Alien might not be the right word. It might be...
Yeah, the phrase
something.
Alien and the depiction of what an alien looks like is taken on a life of its own.
And something greater than us.
In the entertainment world.
And something that also may have been the reason for our development. Maybe the reason for why we're created, but also the reason for our development. Because people always like go back to like humans' brain capacity jumped up out of nowhere, and a lot of people, weirdos mostly, think aliens intervened at that point. It's impossible.
But then it's like, is it aliens?
What is aliens? Yeah, exactly.
Or is it, you know,
call it whatever you want, really, right?
Yeah,
it could be God.
That's what I'm saying.
Do that, yeah. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, you know, there are these moments now that people are going to have with these UFOs, and it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily like these big green aliens, like, and flying saucers, as much as it is maybe something that has always been here.
Yeah.
That we're just now noticing a little bit more because as shit around us gets so wacky with AI, you know, you get a guy like Elon Musk who's just decided to fucking send shit into space.
Also, like multiple nuclear wars right at the front door.
Yeah, just a lot of wackiness going on.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know, like sometimes my brain gets so deep into this thought that I don't even have the words to explain it. But maybe that's the point. Is that we can't explain this. And I just think at some point we're going to see something. I
mean, that's...
And they do say that these people that... And I say they do say, meaning these people that are constantly, like, talking about UFOs right now and how real they are and, like, get ready. They are saying right now, like, get ready for something big.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying there's, like, a like a horrible event that's going to happen.
Not a horrible event, but there's one guy who's been talking about the UFO stuff for a while, and it seems like he hasn't been that far off if the stuff that we're seeing now is true.
Yeah.
Where he's now saying, like, there's a mothership on the way.
Yeah, a lot of people
Of something.
that. I have a friend in New Jersey who's seeing these drones constantly. Actually, since Christmas, he said he hasn't seen them that often. But
That's
before
wild.
Christmas, he was seeing them almost every day. He would go outside at night. In different ones, too, different shaped. Ones that are shaped like planes, giant, but shaped like almost like a plane the size of like a SUV. He also saw like a weird circular one day.
What is the wackiest thing that would throw this whole thing that we're doing for a loop?
What do you mean?
Like with the explanation for
The
it.
explanation?
Like, what is the explanation for, like, what is the UFO? And then, like,
Yeah.
like then what you find with that one UFO. They're saying tonight, on this Saturday night, there's a documentary being released. It's the guy, Jeremy Corbell.
Oh, okay.
And I believe there's like there's video evidence of the U.S. military taking out like this huge egg-shaped
Yeah, I heard something about
UFO.
this. Yeah.
And there's video of it. It's being released tonight. It might even be released as we're recording this.
Okay.
Again, I think we're not going to get this out till Sunday. We're using some new cameras and we're doing some post-editing, right? Instead of the live editing.
It'll be quick, though.
It doesn't matter.
Midday Sunday.
We're improving the video. We're doing some things to
time
get
to
this
step up.
Yeah, it's been too long. I've been running multiple businesses, and I stepped away from this for a while. But UFOs are bringing me back. But no, like, what's the you hear this stuff happening, and everyone's getting all jacked up about UFOs now. Like, what is
The thing that would scare me the most that it's China and that we don't have this technology. If it's us or it's aliens.
See, I don't think
I'm
wouldn't throw. No, I don't.
I'm more fine with that.
What would throw?
I don't want to lose. I want to be the best. I want America to be the best.
No. Yeah, but it could be China. But I think that just means we have some in China, like that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But why? The thing that bothered me with what the government said about it, they said, we don't know what it is, but don't be scared. There's no reason to be worried or something.
And then you also have Trump that said the other day, he's like, the first day I get in office,
I'll tell you what it is.
I'll tell you what it is. I can't believe they're hiding this information.
Shoot it down.
But he he also did say the last time he was in office that he would release the JFK files, and he didn't do it.
And Rogan kind of made him do it this time, but let's see.
Well, what did he say? He said, if you were in my position, you wouldn't release that either. So what changes this time?
Yeah.
Is it now that he feels comfortable with the people around him?
Or
that could be it.
He had 4
I don't
years.
know.
He had 4 years of the deep state attacking him, and what that's probably going to reveal is the deep state killed him.
Yeah, and now maybe he feels like his security is a little better, though. I don't know. I mean, he just got shot in the head, and then he got shot at again, and now they're taking the inauguration and moving it indoors and blaming it on the cold.
Yeah, I'm happy.
That ain't on the cold.
No, it's smart.
They got
though.
some. It is smart.
Yeah.
Like they got some threat.
No reason for it to be outside. We don't need that shit.
No, I don't. I almost, if it was outside, I was thinking about this before they announced they were moving it in. I said to myself, I was like, I don't think I'd watch that.
No.
I don't want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just wouldn't want to watch. And only because, like,
You don't want that in your head.
like just the threats, the just stupid shit that's out there. But I'm glad they're moving it inside for sure. But, like, you know, he said he was going to reveal, like, with the UFO information. But, like, I don't know. Is he?
They're already flipping a little bit. They had Tulsi Gabbard. She's already saying that she's fine with government surveilling American people. So they're already flipping people.
But I mean, what would be the wackiest out? Like the China thing, it's like,
Oh, you're saying like wackiest.
I'm saying what would throw
the wackiest is it's God.
What would
That there's
throw
some,
humanity for a
celestial-
loop the most?
There's some celestial thing that we verify God. Yeah, that would be the craziest thing. With verification that there's a creator.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
That would be the wildest
I don't even know.
one.
I don't think that would be the craziest thing because I believe and I don't. I actually don't think that would be wacky.
I'm like a fat guy though. Like, so if you have like on paper, you can prove God in a proof. That's gonna blow my.
I think
mind.
the wackiest thing would be that, like a simulation.
Oh, okay. I kind of believe that they might be. I kind of half-ass believe that it is. I can explain why it's pretty nutty, but
what? Let's hear it.
Are you familiar with any bit of quantum physics, like specifically like the 3-slit?
No.
Okay, so it's very easy.
Did you think the answer was going to be yes?
I don't know. I actually think maybe, but basically it's a very easy experiment that they do. They put 3 slits in a paper, so 1, 2, 3, just like coin slits in a paper.
Yeah.
They bombard it with photons. So and then what it displays on the other side. So say if you like shine a flashlight on 3 slits, the other side of the wall, you expect there to be 3 slits because the light would only get through those 3 slits and it would project the same way going through. But what happens is there's like a scattered pattern. What that proves is that light photons are a wave and a particle at the same time. Now, this is where it gets weird. We've developed technology to have cameras monitor those photons, so we can literally film those photons as they're moving, even though it's massively fast. And when we observe it, the pattern on the wall is what you would expect if you shined a flashlight on it. It's just slits. If you don't observe it, the pattern that emerges is a waveform. So to me, what that says is that everything, the way video games work now, when the place that you look, they load those assets into the thing. What I'm basically saying is that there's an observer effect. And the observer effect is only loading in what is being observed. So if there's a simulation, there's only so much processing power. So it's only loading the values that it needs at that time. So when you look over there, it's only loading that.
So you're saying right now, over to my left, like behind me, that
there's
shit.
less processing. There's less processing needed for that.
But what if I'm not looking at it, but you are?
Well, that's the thing. Like, so like there's this, we're all linked in this in this consciousness simulation, whatever the hell you want to call it. We're all linked in some way that it accounts for all of that. It's a weird thing.
I get what you're trying to say.
I'm not saying I believe this, but I'm just saying like it's a weird thing. And that could be an explanation for that 3-slit in the behavior of a photon particle from particle to waveform. I know, weird. No one wants to hear it. I'm sorry.
No, that was that was interesting.
I'm sorry.
No, that was interesting.
But it's exactly how video games work. As soon as the observer goes, as soon as you look in that, all the processing power goes to there, and everything else gets to kind of fall on the wayside. And that's exactly what we observe in that 3-slit experiment.
So is that more along the lines of like there's different dimensions all around us?
Possibly.
We can't see?
The math says that.
The math says that there's other shit going on all around us that we can't see.
And then you get into
the things in those dimensions, though. Can they not see us?
It could be a multitude of things. It could be exactly.
By the way, we are not high for this conversation,
which is kind of funny. I've smoked enough pot though, so I think it's just ingrained in me.
I am drug free, so.
No, but it's like what you said before. Like if you're not questioning what all this is, I don't know. I'm not saying you have to dwell on it all the time, but every once in a while you say, "What the fuck is this? What is any of this? Why does anything exist? What are we doing?" It's right? It's a good question.
It's such a deep. It's such a deep thought, though. If you really want to think about it deeply,
it's impossible.
You have to snap out of it.
I used to
because it can get a little whoa.
It gets too big too fast. If you really give into it, it's too.
So that's why I'm asking the question, what's the wackiest thing we could find out? All this UFO talk, you got Jeremy Corbell.
I say,
and he's like, people, we're gonna find out. People want to know.
Simulation is a good.
And then you got who's the guy that used to be on Fox News there, Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with him that it is spiritual entities, but do you
think he goes too far with the demons? And stuff
he goes too far, being did he imply that there's a war going on in the ground underneath us right now?
He said there was a spiritual ground, not necessarily a physical war, but there's a spiritual war going on, definitely of evil and good. He's very into the New Testament, so and specifically the end part of it where it gets pretty wacky.
Yeah, well. I mean, I don't know how wacky this is going to get with the UFOs, but let's say it did get wacky.
I think a lot of people are going to have a problem with it because a lot of people are struggling with reality already.
Well, there's the idea that I've always functioned with this belief that like there's a certain group of people in power that, and by the way, this is still a spiritual thought, that have answers to this that maybe we don't.
Yeah.
And so they're a little more likely to like not give a fuck about breaking rules for themselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're saying like if there was
like they have some type of intel on something else. I don't know what that is, but they have some type of intel on something else that explains this a little bit more, that makes them a little more likely to not give a fuck about stuff.
Daily, normal human things. Right?
About like breaking laws and...
Yeah. Almost like they live in the Matrix.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I know. I've had the same thought. I've had this exact thought.
And that the reason they don't want their intel to be leaked to regular people is because there'd be a freak-out effect.
Yeah.
And the freak-out effect would be maybe not even necessarily like all that negative. Oh, man, this is tough to like explain here.
It's hard to put these things into words.
I know what I want to say. It's like, let's say you knew, Paul, that, and I know there's something after this, right? But let's say you knew what that was and how it was going to go. And let's say you were kind of like on the edge, like you were a bad dude.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm a borderline. Yeah.
Right? You're a bad dude. Like you're about to fucking snap anyways.
Yeah.
Well, then you find out something that's like, oh, it don't matter.
Yeah.
You get what
there is some people that I 100% think they need like that tether.
I think there's a lot of people.
Yeah. I don't think it's
that they would be like
I don't think it's everybody.
Like to be Grand Theft Auto.
Because
the world would be like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Like we're functioning under rules and
a system, a created system.
I think evil would.
I don't know though, because I think I don't know. I think there's still good people.
I think there's good people too.
Even if it is a simulation, I think there's. I don't know.
No, I'm not saying simulation. I'm not saying simulation. I think if the purpose is to like.
I'm hokey though. I believe good wins. Like I really believe that.
Yeah, I believe it too. It's just the fear would be that there would be too much. There would be a lot of evil still, and
there is.
There is.
Yeah.
But the people that are like on the edge
would decide to really go over. Yeah.
Would really put them over the edge.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm not saying like simulation. I'm saying like it's a spiritual thing.
Of whatever, yeah. I think a simulation could be spiritual.
If people get real answers.
Honestly, though, like I think it could be a simulation, but almost like
I don't believe it's a simulation.
No, but I think it still could be spiritual. I think it still could be God. Like almost.
I get what you said. Yeah.
Almost how like the unknown is called God. We're calling whatever this thing is a simulation or reality or whatever, but we don't know what it is. Like I still think the heart of it could be like a one creator. Like I still believe it's within all of that. Even evolution. I know you're not like a big
yeah. I mean,
guy,
look, I believe,
but I think that's even within.
I believe Jesus died for our sins. So we're getting a little deep now, but that's for another time.
We all die for our sins. Like,
yeah,
like you know what I mean.
Well,
like, we all like kind of. I don't know if you go to buy like just the Christian words, we're created in His image. We are Him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're all kind of saying the same thing in a weird way, which makes me think it might be right.
Well, there's a creator.
Yeah.
And, maybe.
I don't know if I believe it, but I err on the side of caution that I believe it. I live like I believe it, but I don't know if I believe it.
Well, it's the idea that like what makes this different from that?
Yeah.
Like what makes this person right and that person wrong? Are we fact checking stuff, and how do you fact check?
How do you fact check?
The point is like whatever's going on or whatever people think is going on with UFOs is going to be the ultimate fact check.
Do you know what Alex Jones
on
thinks?
Reality?
You know what Alex Jones thinks is going on?
What?
He said high level officials in the government are using intravenous DMT to map that realm and bring back information from the other side, and that's what the aliens are.
From the other side, though. What's the other side?
Well, I've never used DMT, but it's a psychedelic. People,
yeah, I've heard.
So people talk about going to a place and talking to entities and very specific entities that everybody seems to do it. They call them the elves, the mechanical elves, or all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you watch Rogan enough times, like you'll hear about these stories.
Or like there's like a spiritual molecule or something. There's a movie on it. I think Rogan actually narrates that movie too. But Alex Jones believes all this alien it's us, but we've taken information from the other side.
Okay. Yeah, I think they need to define other side a little bit better, and nobody can. That's the problem.
But
they think maybe these UFOs is going to give us info into what that other side is.
Well,
No,
that's what they believe.
And they fear that when people find out this information, whether good or bad, what you believe or what you don't believe, but my point is like,
it doesn't.
Even if it's what I believed and confirms it, right? There's a lot of people that even who believe it's going to be confirmed to them. No, they're not going to be shaken by it. I just think they're going to live with like. I don't know how to explain it, man. I don't know how to fucking explain it.
I don't think it would change your life. I don't think it would change.
No, it ain't going to change my life.
But I think it would.
I'm going to be more like vigilant.
It would change
in public.
It would change certain people, though.
Well, I think it would change life because you'd have to be more vigilant in public because I think there would be people that just.
But wouldn't it make it like almost more necessary for good to triumph evil in that sense?
Why? Because you're saying you have to be.
Because as soon as you see it, as soon as you confirm it, and then you know these people go this way, you still have to live in this whatever this is. So if those people decide that's the way, you still have to live here. So you have to figure out, like, your life doesn't change. If they choose evil, you still have to stop that evil. You still have to go to work. You still have to go to, like, you still have kids.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to watch the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, 100%.
But
I mean, like, I don't know. I just think good always wins. I think we're always going to win. We're the best. America's the best. The good's the best. Catholics are good.
Hey, listen. I just know that.
Can you tell I was born in the 80s when America was still awesome?
The minute we stop recording, there's going to be some UFO story that's out there that's going to blow our minds. But no, I don't know. It's interesting to see all of the UFO talk on social media or on my X platform, at least. And a lot of it's kind of being pushed by that guy Jeremy Corbell, who was the second man in on the Bob Lazar interviews with Rogan.
And he's done a lot of work too.
And man, I remember though that Rogan interview, the guy Corbell was so annoying. At least the first one. I wanted to be like, dude, stop. But let me listen to Bob Lazar. But now you kind of see it. See, the problem I have with this dude Corbell is he wants it to be true.
Yeah.
So there's
he believes and he wants it to be true. Because I want it to be true and I might not believe. It's a different thing. Like, it's like,
I don't know that I want it or don't want it to be true. I just
I want all the stuff to be true. I want ghosts to be real. Fucking give me a Bigfoot. I want it all to be real. I don't believe in any of it, but I want it. So I think it'd be more fun if all that shit was out there.
I mean, it wouldn't be fun if it was like the extreme of there actually was a mothership of actual aliens.
Too. I've seen Independence Day. We will take care of that. We are great. We're the best. Stop saying America's
Me and you aren't taking care of that right now in the street. There's aliens running down.
Dude, we will.
What are you doing?
We will take care of them.
What if and bullets wouldn't?
We're gonna figure
imagine.
Out,
bullets didn't do anything to them.
We're gonna figure out what hurt.
What would you do?
Okay, I'm gonna get real.
What would you do, dude? You get strangled by an alien real fucking quick. Game over.
Okay, you're not.
Game over.
But if we have a chance,
I don't want that. That's like the one thing I don't want from this whole thing.
How fun would it be?
I'd rather have it be China
to fight and beat aliens. That's the best.
You aren't gonna beat the aliens, Paul. I do know that. If there's actual crazy fucking aliens that fly down to Earth.
What if they didn't fly down? What if they just pop through another reality and they're not that far advanced? And we can make a quick napalm and just end them. What if we can do that?
I think they'd be so far advanced that I think we wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're probably right.
If you really want to get this nuts, there's the whole idea that, and me and you have entertained this before on the show. That there are people amongst us who are already aliens.
Because if you
look up the favorites, on
Miley Cyrus,
in Vegas,
that one kind of threw me off. I didn't expect Miley Cyrus.
Look,
but
Dennis Rodman is plus 1,200.
That one's stupid. I don't like that one.
Top celebrity confirmed to be an alien.
I've met people like
Zuckerberg plus 1,600.
Even I don't know. There's no aliens. But if they were that sophisticated, also, why would they come here with their bodies? Not to be like weird, like why would like the Greys come here with their bodies? Why wouldn't it be some synthetic thing? You just upload a consciousness, or it's an AI that sends back the information.
No. They're hidden. They're human. They look human. They try to act human.
Yeah.
I will say this: I have seen some people. I have witnessed some human beings.
Yeah.
Like whether it's in passing, whether it's like in the store with them, whether it's
this
like
is not a human.
where I'm like,
I think it's pharmaceutical drugs.
where I'm like, no,
over medicated.
And I'm like looking at them and I'm hearing them talk and like, oh, they're singing in public. And I'm like, this is an alien trying to fit in right now.
I take the train sometimes.
This is an alien in a human body trying to fit in. And this is fucking weird. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to keep walking.
I take the train sometimes and you see a lot of those people. There's a lot of those people. But I think it's people who are crazy and over medicated.
Well, we are not over medicated on the show, and I know it might seem like it if you're watching right now on YouTube. But make sure you hit that subscribe button because
we're just asking questions.
We're just having fun.
I really don't. I think it's just us. I really 100% think it's just America.
Yeah. Again, well, I think I don't put it this way. I wouldn't be shocked if like all this UFO stuff is just complete nonsense and like they're not even UFOs.
Yeah, it's just some new technology.
It's just some knuckleheads with
Yeah.
I would not be surprised by that.
But they would put a stop to that, I think. They would just knock that.
Who is they?
The government.
What do you mean?
Good
What do you
guys.
mean? The government. It's always a great answer that people have. Ooh, the government. The government. What are they going to do? You think they just set up in fields to shoot down things flying in the sky?
They could 100% shoot them down. If they wanted to shoot them down, they could shoot them down now. They're not moving that fast. Like they're not like the things that we saw on like.
Yeah, but who is shooting them down?
Anybody could. Let Americans go wild. Give us a night. We'll take it down. We're the best, man. Again.
Then why haven't they shot them down?
They won't let them. They won't let them.
Who is they?
You can't just shoot a gun. You can't just
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you kind of make my point.
No, I mean you can't just shoot a gun in a neighborhood. Someone would get it if they just let us.
You think the military's going to come in, set up shop in a field, and just start shooting down UFOs because they don't know exactly where they are and when they're going to be?
Though they know generally where they are. They have good weapons. They could launch them. They have really good technology we know of.
I guess we're going to find out. I mean, I think
we're not going to find out because it's already going away. Like if you notice it, it's already
tonight. There's a big thing.
No, but I'm saying like the drone sightings are way down. They're way.
I mean, I haven't seen one, so
no. And supposedly there's been a few in Massachusetts. I haven't seen shit.
I'm going to say this. This is going to sound wacky. I don't know what, but I just feel like because no one else said anything, I must be like, I must have just been.
No, they said there was some in Massachusetts.
So right here on, okay. Just gave away the location. Bleep that out. Bleep that out. You'll bleep it out. Right here on Bleep Street. I looked out my window. It was probably like midnight on like just a random weeknight. And there was a noise. It almost sounded like a light helicopter. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And like it was going on for like a decent amount of time. And I looked out my window, and it was down the street I just mentioned. And I saw, like, off the side of the house, like, red and blue lights. Like, low. Like, it was low. And I was like, what the fuck? And I couldn't get over to the window enough to, like, I couldn't see out the window enough to, like...
you couldn't get the right angle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I saw the lights, and it was low enough where the lights were, like, on the house.
You could hear, like, something.
And I could hear something, and then it just went away. And I never thought in a million years, like, that's a UFO. Like, not even...
Was it during this drone stuff?
No, this was probably, like, 3 years ago.
Okay.
Maybe 2 years ago.
Because I was going to say maybe it's just some nut that's, like...
No, dude, this was big. It was like, it would have been like, I honestly thought it was must have been a helicopter.
No, in this neighborhood though, I almost believe that you could be the only one who sees it because like it's like have you ever walked home here like really late? There's nobody. It's just like dead. It's a ghost town right around here.
And I'm like,
so I believe you could be the only one who saw something wacky.
I always kind of think about it. And I'm like, wow. But now you know what? No one else said anything. So
were you half asleep too?
No.
So that's weird. If you're half asleep, you never know because you're maybe like half in a dream or something.
No, but I'm like, why was something that low?
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
No, dude. And I shit you not. Like, I couldn't get the right view out the window.
Yeah.
Might have been like the height of the houses.
Yeah.
Low. Like, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And as I looked out the window, like it went away. Like flew away.
Yeah.
You could hear it. It was flying.
Yeah.
And it was gone. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I because no one's ever talked about it, I've never been like UFO.
But I honestly believe though, like right specifically in this neighborhood, you could be the only one who heard something late at night because nobody's out here. It's like a dead zone out here.
Well, but other than that, I'm going to chalk it up.
We didn't even talk about Bill Belichick.
Yeah, the Patriots have a new coach, right? We didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
What a show. What a wild show. But how long have we been going for? Do we have time for that?
Hour and 10 minutes. We
Yeah.
can go longer, though.
We can go longer.
Okay.
I can go longer. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
We haven't done a show in a long time. And I think it's time to take the show back to being more regular and just more
What it is.
More this and less guests. Because every podcast now is like a guest-centric podcast.
I think it's fine every once in a while, but I agree with you, though.
Yeah, I just think it's everyone's got a podcast now. And it makes me like it's not special, but because I invented podcasts,
You were certainly
feel like I can't abandon them.
Right at the front door.
Can't abandon it.
Yeah.
I was,
You, Marin, before Rogan.
Me and who?
Mark Marin. He was right up there.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a comedian.
Oh, he's a comedian?
Kind of a dickhead.
I think it was like me and is it Jim Green? Is that the guy?
I don't know.
Who's Jim Green?
I don't know.
No, who's the guy? Is it Jim Green? I'm butchering this guy's name. The guy,
I don't know.
Tom Green.
Oh, Tom Green was early in too.
The Tom Green show.
Yeah. Definitely.
Tom Green or Jim Green?
No, Tom Green.
Tom Green.
Yeah.
Jim Green. Yeah, he was doing it, but he was
Canadian. Yeah.
He was doing more of like a
almost like a late night talk
show.
Yeah.
And he started to stream it or something or put it on the web.
Exactly. Yeah.
Similar to I was doing a sports radio show and we were streaming it on the web. It was a webcast.
Yeah. Yeah, webcast. I forgot about that.
It was a webcast.
Yeah.
And so I can't just abandon podcasting. I can't do it. So here we are. And we're talking about UFOs. And let's just, put a bow on it. I don't know what's going to come about with the UFOs, but I just do have this sense that like there's going to be some type of revelation of sorts to human beings, whether it's with this UFO stuff or whether it's like at a time when we're not here anymore.
They've been moving towards some kind of disclosure.
There's something that people know that they don't want to tell us, and I don't necessarily know that it's evil, but it doesn't have to be evil to
be disruptive
to society.
Yeah.
And that can just strictly be in the sense of like, let's just say like, everything's going to be great after this. You can do whatever the fuck you want and it won't affect anything. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like if you remove if you I just had a thought actually. I forgot about this. I thought this before. One of the reasons they might not want to disclose what this is, and I'm saying this is within if it's China or America, they've discovered some kind of new propulsion that allows them, like they're running off of gravity, say. So now there's free energy everywhere. Kind of destabilizes everything we set up if now there's free energy.
Free energy.
And that would explain why they can stay up there so long, how they're like a whole bunch of things. How much.
Yeah.
And that would be like a destabilizing reason why they wouldn't want to disclose exactly what they've discovered.
Well, it's much like if you think that they actually know the cure for cancer.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah.
And if that...
Which I kind of believe they can cure a couple of them.
And I saw a clip. What was it, Mel Gibson?
Yeah. Saw the same thing.
I saw a clip.
I looked up the three drugs after.
I got to watch that whole episode, actually.
There's another good one, too.
Mel Gibson. He's a nut. Yeah. But there's something intriguing about him. Like, I want to watch. I kind of stopped watching Rogan because, like...
Same with me. I'm out, too. But
and that's nothing against him.
It was just too much.
I mean, there's
only so much time in the day, and he was also doing too much political stuff for me, honestly.
Yeah, I'm trying to get... But politics off of my feed.
I did watch the Mel Gibson one, and he also brought up a good point about the Catholic Church, and there was like almost a coup in the 50s.
Oh, you watched the whole episode?
Yeah, and I don't know. I have to look into this too, but there was like a coup in the 50s. He doesn't believe the Pope is the actual Pope, and it was like they stole power from the actual church.
Really?
And they're running like a side-by-side fake church. I haven't looked into it, but it's fucking intriguing.
When you say they're running a side-by-side fake church, you mean like the current Vatican?
Now. Yeah.
The current Vatican
exactly.
is not the real church?
Yeah.
What's his reasoning behind it?
There was one part, I guess at that point, there was major changes in the church, and one of them was the priest used to have their back to the people in the pews because the priest was talking directly to the altar of God, and they changed a couple of things like that. But they think it's like almost like he kind of like said it was like a demonic force, but it just seems like it's another political party may have stolen what that church was. Interesting. I don't know anything about it other than what he said, but
I have to watch
I put
this
it in
now.
my head. Like
I have to watch this now. So they get into religion.
Yeah, a lot of religion.
Really?
He's big into it. So
Okay, I got to watch that. But he mentioned that he had 4 friends who, I saw the clip.
yeah, stage 3 cancer.
He had 4 friends who had cancer, and they took a couple different
3 different drugs.
drugs. Yeah, we don't have to say the names of it because I think we'll probably
Probably get banned. If we
yeah,
say
because
it.
one of them was related
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
the pandemic.
It's that one. Yeah.
But that's the
They're
whole
all anti-
that's the whole
they're
thing.
all-
Like they don't.
They're all antivirals. I can say that.
There's there are groups that profit off everything.
Yeah.
It's much like we've had many conversations about the military-industrial complex, and which is why they don't want the wars to stop because they're profiting off that.
Their entire business. Yeah.
Which is the reason why I always believe that LBJ, and JFK,
LBJ, yeah.
I believe something was going on there
Yeah.
where
Someone had to put someone down.
something had to happen. Politics is power and kings get killed.
Yeah.
Which I think I've seen something recently that might link.
Yeah, and it might be why Trump said he didn't want to put out the JFK file.
Yeah,
also.
well, I mean, I just think there's no coincidence that, immediately after that happened, didn't LBJ just like send more troops to Vietnam almost instantly and signed?
He did everything that Kennedy was trying to kind of back away from. Yeah.
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 Like sign a new contract with the defense. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing. Like, we get it. It's people profiting off of everything.
In since World War II, maybe before, but
and so
definitely
peace
since.
is not good for these people.
No.
And then you get into medicine and curing
health
is not good for these people who are making money.
Well, you can see how much
off.
pushback RFK Jr. is getting, and I'm not like the biggest RFK Jr. fan, but at his base, he's saying like, let's get healthy, let's get all this bullshit out of our food, let's look at these medicines, let's look into this stuff. He's not even saying let's ban things. They're spinning it that he's saying he wants to ban things. He's only saying let's look into this, let's do real studies, let's take like a good look at this.
Yeah, and it's definitely
People are
like,
obviously
why
sick.
don't you want to look into it? Why wouldn't you want to look into that? Like, what is so bad about this? Like, how could this affect you in a negative way if you just look into something, if you just question something? They'll be like, science. Well, science is questioning it.
Yeah, it's the whole point.
And you abandoned science when you stopped questioning it. So every time something was brought up during the pandemic that you didn't want to question,
They said trust the science.
you said, we don't want to question it, but trust the science. Both things cannot be true. Like, you can't do both of those things at the same time.
And also, the whole point of science is to not trust the science. That's the point of science. Mm-hmm. It's to
Keep asking questions.
It's the whole point. It's the whole method. It's the whole scientific method.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're just getting into we're getting into the pandemic rabbit hole. We already covered that on the show. You can go back. We've covered so much of that. We've covered everything with JFK and the wars and we've done it all.
Project Paperclip.
We've done it all. Operation Paperclip. We've done that too. So there's just a lot of wackiness in this world, and then there's so much wackiness now.
Do you think Bill leaves his UNC already?
What type of segue is that? I don't know. But let's get into that.
People are gonna think that's
Sure.
People are gonna think that's
They're gonna think that's a hard cut.
It's not.
That's not. That's just Paul
that's
being
my
like,
brain.
so
Do I have to root? Do I have to,
So you think the Bruins are going to make a move at the trade deadline?
Do I have to really watch a college football game, or am I going to get to watch the Raiders?
I do
That's
not.
my
If I had to
question.
put my money on it, I would put my money on Bill Belichick does not coach a college game for North Carolina.
Me too, because it's silly. I don't care what his girlfriend says.
I don't even know what to think about that. I just don't know. And I'm saying that in fairness to both of them because I'm not looking to sit here and just insult people.
Of course not. Of course
Right.
not. Yeah.
I mean, we're about to do like UFOs being revealed tonight, apparently. So, like, obviously it's Wacky Town, USA. But, you know, we're now in a world where, like, there's sex robots.
Yeah. You see that at CES?
That
That was messed up.
yeah, I tell you what, girls on dating apps better get off their high horse. Okay?
Yeah. That was messed up, though. I was actually shocked. I like all, like, electronics and all that tech stuff, so I watched all CES. There's just, like, a sex bot, essentially, is what they made. I'm like, they didn't like specifically said that, but they gave like this woman's body. They gave her big tits, and they were like, oh, and there's also additional add-ons you can buy. We all know what that is. Like you made a fucking sex bot and you brought it to CES. Like this shouldn't be.
What they're going for like $200,000 though.
It's insane,
Right?
I'm not like a Puritan, but that's kind of depraved. Like I'm there to see like what the new NVIDIA GPU is, and you're selling sex bots. I don't know. Like,
Is that a write-off?
I don't like it. I just don't. I'm like, this is. I hate to be like that guy, and maybe I'm just because I'm getting old, but I'm like, this is depraved. Like, if people want this stuff, I'm fine with people wanting it, but like, it can be quiet. It doesn't have to be at like the biggest electronic show. It's crazy.
I mean, I was bringing that up to go a whole different
sorry.
row.
I'm sorry.
And so
Go.
no, I just don't know what to say. I just know that I love Bill Belichick. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
Okay? And who he is in love with is maybe none of our business.
Yeah, definitely isn't. That's true.
None of our business.
But we shouldn't know about her
But-
either, though. That's kind of how I feel. Like I shouldn't. know
Well,
her.
when they post a picture together,
But they shouldn't do that. Like it's just like it should just.
what was the picture that was out there yesterday where they're holding hands and they're like, it was something about UNC.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Was it like UNC is for you and me or something like that?
no,
Or am I
This is a picture of two people who are committed to UNC.
who are committed
Yeah,
to
that's what I think.
UNC?
That's what I think she said.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't like. I always feel
well,
like that. I love Bill Belichick.
I mean, good. Look, Bill. Like,
but why do we have to know? We don't have
Well,
to know. Like that. Bill doesn't have to do that.
see, I just think we're getting
best.
we're going down, and we don't. I love Bill Belichick, so I'm just going to end that part of the conversation. That is me being extremely biased to no longer want to talk about that. I just don't get it. And we'll stop it there. I don't understand. There's something there I'm not understanding, though. I think I might, but I don't want to accuse. So we're just going to back off, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about football. I don't think Bill Belichick is going to coach for UNC. I don't necessarily know that he's going to coach the Raiders, which is why they're saying Brady wants him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you really think Belichick now, after everything that happened, is going to go, yeah, let me go work for Tom Brady? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I just don't think so.
You're right.
Do I think Bill
I was
Belichick?
hopeful, but
do
you're
I think
right.
he could coach the Giants or the Cowboys? Yeah, I still think that's possible.
Yeah.
100%. I think that's possible. Now, he ain't coaching the Patriots, and if the Patriots were smart, they would have sent Bill Belichick a blank check.
Yeah.
Not only will we buy you out of that UNC contract, which, by the way, is buyoutable.
Yeah. It's $1 million.
Is it or $10 million or something?
He was getting paid $10 million. It's a
And
$1 million
it's a $1 million buyout?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, get me a fucking egg propulsion system UFO to fly to Bill Belichick with a blank check.
I can't watch college football, but they're gonna make me if he coaches there.
I don't think he's gonna. He's gonna coach in the NFL. I mean, why else would you have that in your contract?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, why else would it be? Who put it there? Like, it's the team didn't put it there.
Yeah. Exactly.
The team wasn't like, Bill,
do the opposite.
Bill, we'll help you get out of here.
Yeah.
It was Belichick put it in. And imagine if the team did put it in and Belichick didn't know about it. If you're Belichick, you'd be like, yeah, that's weird. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, right?
Yeah. If you wanted to be
Like,
at
I want
UNC.
these kids to
Yeah.
commit. So I think it's one of those things. It's like gives him it gives him the option if the right opportunity comes to him. And it also, for UNC, it's like, well, why wouldn't we take a couple months of Bill Belichick wearing our hoodie and being affiliated with our program?
Yeah.
Like, you take
Doesn't
that in a
hurt.
second.
Kind of hoodwinking a couple kids, but...
Well, in the world of NIL, I think the schools probably don't give a fuck about the kids anymore, right?
No, they definitely don't, yeah.
So,
Or to a different
or at least you
degree.
don't feel as bad
Yeah, it's
about
to a
something like
different
that.
degree, yeah.
You don't feel as bad about something like that. But anyways, I think Belichick coaching the NFL. Look, we get the NFL playoffs happening as we're recording this.
I know.
And it's like, because the Patriots aren't in the playoffs anymore, the NFL world is just a different world for us.
Yeah. I mean, Philadelphia is still fun, I think.
To watch the Eagles?
I think so.
Oh, see, I fucking hate the Eagles.
Yeah, I just watch I just watch it as,
It's
like,
that Super Bowl. I mean, you just score so many points. It's like, I'll never get over that one.
You're not
The
wrong.
Giants ones, I'm over. I don't. Perfect season doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
But it's that Eagles Super Bowl. You put up that many points?
They're the most entertaining team, though. I root purely for entertainment. I'm not a real fan. At this point, I like the Celtics. I might like the Bruins a little bit, but I'm out. The other team's got to win me back. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's been too
I
long.
mean, the Red Sox got to win some people back. I thought they would get Soto. They didn't.
It feels like they're done too, which stinks.
Crochet, he can pump it in there. He's
Yeah.
got some gas.
Oh yeah, the pitching they did well. I just don't want to feel like they're done. Go after one more bat or something like.
Bregman is probably
Yeah.
right. That's what. Unless he signed somewhere and I missed it because I was
No, I
watching
don't think
UFO Twitter.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, then you got the Patriots. They fire Mayo. Look,
Obvious decision, but
the last time me and you sat in this studio and did a podcast, because our last two shows had guests,
yeah, it was probably right.
and we did it
when-
at Broadway Golf Club.
It was one of the first weeks of the NFL, probably.
It was one of the first weeks of the season.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I have a couple very strong opinions on the Patriots. One is, like, people are complaining about the way the Patriots manipulated the Rooney Rule or something. It's like, no.
They had to do that.
They want a coach, and they got him.
Yeah.
Because I believe that you should be able to fire a coach. See, if I was an owner of a team, I'm not going to fire a coach unless there's somebody that I want. I think you do the other interviews to see maybe, like, because I'll be honest with you, like, when I heard Byron Leftwich, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
I kind of like that. I kind of like the Byron Leftwich thing.
Yeah.
But, like, people who are up in arms that they brought Vrabel in, it's like, well, that's the guy that they knew they wanted when they fired Mayo.
Yeah. It's a guy they might have wanted before Mayo.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like,
But you don't ever want to make him the guy to replace the guy. You know? You don't want to be the guy to replace the guy.
yeah.
And
Because that position was going to fail no matter what.
Like, maybe they did use Mayo.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, I think they used Mayo,
But it could have been anybody. It's not like...
but I think they used Mayo specifically to almost like kind of sell it to the fans. Like, just hang out with us for a year. You love this guy. We know you all love this guy. Nobody hated Mayo, and and maybe people do now, but that's actually not a good.
Well,
point.
I think what Mayo did wrong was he went out of his way to abandon the Patriot way.
Yeah, 100.
We questioned that right out of the gate when he was putting like basketball hoops. Or what did he put in the locker room for them?
I forget.
There was just stuff that was going on that was
Well, even just
completely abnormal to what we knew with Bill Belichick running the show.
he kept throwing people under the bus too, which is very not Belichickian at all. He would blame.
Yeah, there were like
was
mixed
weird.
signals and press conferences.
Yeah,
Stuff that we were not used to. We are not used to in this town with the football team, with the Patriots football team. And like, I just think he went out of his way to go away from the Patriot way.
yeah.
And I think he was wrong for that because what we knew Jerod Mayo to be was like one of the ultimate
Patriots.
And
No.
yeah, I think that was wrong of him.
But I almost
and
feel
I
like
think
that
he
was
failed maybe because of that. But I think he also failed because, and I'm going to say it, and I think it's unpopular right now. But I'm not crowning Drake May.
Yeah. How can you?
Like the media
He's
right
better
now.
than what we had.
I
but-
just want to tell the media. I want him to pump the brakes. Stop, because how many games did he win? Like you're talking about a game tonight as we record this, and the kid who was picked one pick ahead of him, who's in the fucking playoffs.
It looks great.
And I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going to happen in this game.
He could do it.
Am I teasing the -9.5 to like -2.5? Yeah. I'm going to buy 7 points and take the Lions -2.5. 100%. How much time do I get to do that? I got about an hour to do that. Would I take Lions money line in a heartbeat at home? I don't know if this is their year, but I do think they're way too good, even with some of the injuries they have, to lose to Washington at home.
Yeah.
In the first round, okay? I don't think the Lions are going to lose this game.
That's a good bet, too, yeah.
Would I be shocked if Washington puts up a fight? No, not going to be shocked. That's why I'm going to buy some points, because I think 9.5 is too high. But you're talking about a quarterback who was taking a pick before Drake May, who's in the fucking playoffs. Yeah. So spare me the, Drake May's the second coming of quarterbacks in the NFL just because you fucking want him to be. And he's a nice kid. You're starting to do the same shit that you did with Mac Jones. Now, I will say, though, that now jumping out of that and defending the media a little bit.
May showed you a little bit more.
Is that Drake May is 100%. It's 100% Drake May is more talented than Mac Jones. All around, top to bottom. It doesn't compare.
Exactly.
Mac Jones sucks, and he's soft, and Drake May is none of those things. And Drake May is athletic on top of it. And he's got accuracy. He's got throwing strength.
Good attitude.
He's got the ability to run. He seems to be a smart kid. He's got a good attitude. Checks off most of the boxes, right? But here's the one box he hasn't checked off is winning in the NFL. He's not playing winning football. Yeah. He's playing good enough football to keep you somewhat competitive and think maybe there's hope football.
Yeah.
But that ain't good enough for me.
It's not good enough for New England, yeah.
And then I saw Joe Milton play. And I thought to myself, create the competition. Just create it. Just create it.
It was good to see him that week, specifically at the beginning of that game.
He's good.
And he's so
not
athletic.
He's not
he's not afraid at all.
Dude, he wasn't a D2 quarterback who only ran in college. Dude can throw the football at Tennessee.
He showed that too, yeah.
He was a stud. So
why not use that and figure out
what if is it crazy to think that he might end up being a better NFL quarterback than Drake May?
No. Not at all.
This clip could end up hurting me at some point in the future.
No, but it's not.
But it's not, as of right now, what we know, what we've seen. And I don't want to say one win with nothing on the line for Buffalo in that game.
All good points, but
would I have wished they lost to get the number 1 overall pick? Of course. But
why wouldn't you want a competition?
If there's a win there,
yeah.
I don't know. You might have just stumbled across something that, oh shit. Because we're crowning Drake May.
Yeah.
And it's got a similar feeling to the Mac Jones stuff.
Yeah.
Even though we both agree.
Different guy.
It is different.
Yeah.
But they've won the same.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Mac Jones went to the playoffs.
Yeah, wrong.
And you don't ever hear me defending Mac Jones. But he went to the playoffs. Did he go to the playoffs his first year? I want to say it was his first season.
I think it was the first season.
I think it might have been his first season.
Yeah.
So even
different team too, though.
Of course. And Washington is this year.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, he does have some weapons, right?
Yeah.
But I'm always that guy that believes your quarterback can turn average plays into weapons.
I mean, we saw it. Brady did that perfectly. So
Tom Brady.
we know what a quarterback can do.
Yeah. But I think with the coach, the writing was on the wall. Is anyone surprised that they hired Vrabel? I'm not. Is it the right decision?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad if it was McDaniels. Yeah. I wouldn't be mad if they brought McDaniels in to be the offensive coordinator to work with Vrabel. Now you got defense, you got offense.
I like that.
Now you got a quarterback competition, maybe.
A good pick still. You're getting a good pick.
So. Yeah. I think the future can be bright.
What do you think they draft, though? Quarterback? Do you think they do another one?
You know what? I would trade the pick.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. For O-line.
What's the value at 4? I don't even know what the value at 1 is this year.
No, you're right.
Is like Shador Sanders going to go 1 overall? I don't know. That's crazy to me. That would be crazy to me. Travis Hunter thing though. I think he's all over the internet.
Picking quarterbacks too. It's almost like you should do it blind in a weird way, because I think it's just such a hard. You can't figure out what these guys are going to be in the NFL. You just really can't.
Well, I think they trade the pick, but yeah, it sucks to not be in playoff mode as a football fan, because like when the Patriots, they haven't been there the last couple of years, and it's been tough to watch, man. It's been tough to watch. I think the writing was on the wall, getting rid of Mayo and bringing in Vrabel, and we'll see what they do. But got to get a receiver.
Yep.
Create that. I think you have that quarterback competition. You got Vrabel in there now, who's going to be, I think, more of the Bill Belichick style. And
just more stable, it feels like, too. That's the hope, too. I still feel like their search was a little short in a weird way. I felt like they were always just going to get Vrabel. There was no
that's why I don't knock like the way they handle business, because it's like I think you should be able to. I just think you should, as an owner of a company. But I don't think
those guys should, because they did that last time. They just picked their guy.
Yeah, but put it this way: if you're owning a company, Paul.
I do agree with that. 100%.
All right, let's. And this is not happening right now. This is not happening. I just want to make you feel comfortable. This is not happening. But let's say like I wanted to move on from you.
You should be able to.
No. no. But I wouldn't just like get rid of you and like have no idea who my next producer is going to be.
Yeah, you would have a guy. Yeah.
Like I would already know who that person's going to be.
Yeah.
Not to say that things can't change after that, but at least like there's a plan in place.
Yeah.
I think that you should, and again, to clarify, that is not happening. that is not the case. But I think that you should have a right as an owner of a company, the man who signs the checks,
completely agree,
to be able to make that decision and have a plan in place.
Yeah.
And the plan was Vrabel. They entertained a couple other options.
And one was a really good option.
I like the leftward option.
So do I.
But
yeah.
Vrabel, I get it. Like, he's been here. He knows the Patriot culture. Yeah. He is a hard-nosed coach that has been a head coach.
And has, proven himself, probably too far of a statement, but proven enough that he can do it.
Yeah, I mean that because it's not necessarily like the X's and O's thing. We get so caught up in it. It's like, no, it's about managing people.
Yeah,
it's about managing
egos,
$1 million egos.
Exactly.
Bill Belichick did that perfectly. There's a sign on the wall that says, if you don't want to be here, you don't fucking have to be. Yeah. And that attitude ran up and down the ladder in that building.
I always wonder if you can't, if it's not possible to do that without Tom Brady, though. Because Tom Brady was the way he did that. He yelled at Tom. He was mean to Tom.
Well, it's chicken or the egg.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's chicken or the egg, because Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Until he was Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying with that? Is that too deep?
No.
Is that like a what are we doing here moment? What is that?
What
the fuck are you guys taking in that studio?
Those two are intertwined.
But you get what I'm saying?
Those two are intertwined fully. Bill and Tom. 100% intertwined with their success.
Well,
in what they created.
Dude, I know what I believe. I believe in God. I believe that Jesus died for our sins. And I believe that the Patriot Way was a real thing, whether they want to acknowledge it publicly or not.
Yeah.
And what came first, the chicken or the egg? The reason I say that is because you say the Patriot Way doesn't happen without Tom Brady. Well, I'll say that Tom Brady doesn't happen unless he
already kind of buys
in the Patriot Way.
I know. It's like a house of cards. You got to believe.
Because if he doesn't buy into the Patriot Way, by the way, he is the Patriot Way because he was the 6th round pick that wasn't supposed to be the superstar quarterback. He replaced the guy who was supposed to be the superstar quarterback. Yeah. He was the backup quarterback that got thrown into a spot, and Bill Belichick turned him into the man
and kept him, because he could have easily went back to
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Drew won the AFC Championship back at the end zone.
Drew's figure
Pittsburgh
was good. Yeah,
looks at the sideline like, I still got it.
And at the time,
was fucking pissed off that he wasn't the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl.
I love
me
Drew
too.
At the time. I still do. I shouldn't say it like that. I love Drew Bledsoe, but Bledsoe is a fucking important part of New England.
I have a Bledsoe jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you need to know.
Growing up here, we stunk And that was the first time we were ever.
You know how much I love Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Okay? But I don't have a Brady jersey.
Exactly.
I have a Drew Bledsoe jersey.
Bledsoe brought us there in a weird way.
Yeah, Foxborough, Gillette Stadium's the house that Drew built.
It is.
No, I'm not. That's not a fucking
That's what they
joke.
say. Yeah. It's real.
It's not a fucking joke.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
But like you take Brady off the bench, and then when he does win 3 Super Bowls almost out of the gate, as just the backup who got thrown in, right?
Almost,
he had every right in the
I don't
world.
wanna say system quarterback,
No, definitely not a system quarterback.
But he was playing their system. He wasn't the Tom Brady.
But he had every right in the world to then go, I'm the superstar, and you're going to pay me like it, and you're going to treat me like it.
Yeah.
But no, he bought in.
Did the opposite. He
He
took
bought
pay
into the
cuts.
Patriot way. And then when you see him buy into the Patriot way,
You have to.
then it continues.
How could you
top
not?
to bottom. And then you had some bumps in the road where Randy Moss
Yeah.
didn't want to buy in anymore. And then that's when they said, all right, you're traded. And that's when I tell you the story about when I was in the locker room the next day and I asked Wes Welker, what message is this sending to the team? And he said, there's a sign on the wall that says if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be.
Yeah.
And that basically is like, nobody's bigger than the New England Patriots. I don't care how fucking good you are, and I don't care how much better you make us, and I don't care what our odds, even though we're a favorite to win the Super Bowl right now, you're getting shipped out of town if you want to keep talking about your contract during a fucking press conference.
Yeah.
Nobody's bigger than this. And
That's
it's
why
that mindset that's why it worked.
That's why it was such a brilliant move by Bill to get him, because it was a win-win for Bill no matter what. It either works perfectly or Bill gets to make an example out of him.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You know what's funny? And I was thinking this the other night as I'm watching the NFL. I'm like, I really believe that if they didn't break it up, that they'd still be going.
How could you not believe that?
I think they'd
seeing the rest of the league. How could you not believe that?
Like, I know people are going to say that's delusional.
No, you know what they should have done? Let Bill Belichick go away for a year, saying he's taking a sabbatical. Fake a medical thing. I don't even care. Do whatever. Tank a year. Tank the year. Get Bill Belichick re-up, and we'll just keep rolling. That's what they should have done. They should have just lied.
Like, I don't even know. Look, Kansas City might have upended them a couple times, right?
Of course, yeah. They were.
Dude, Brady's still posting videos. He's in like the best shape of his life.
I think he's using some stuff now that he might not be
now
able
that he's
to
not
use.
getting tested.
I don't know, but it's just he looks great. He looks.
Well, I mean, you could make the argument, and not, you know what? I mean, I don't want to get accusatory.
They should
but
legalize.
Like, I always thought, and I love Tom. I love you. I fucking love Tom Brady. So do I have to say that before I say anything that questions
Disclaimer.
something? But I'm also somebody that believes like A-Rod, Bonds, Clemens should be in the Hall of Fame.
Same with me. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what I'm about to say, it's not. If you know my beliefs, it's not that crazy. It's like I will always question the press conference that Brady had, where he got so defensive when he was asked about the Alex Guerrero potential link to PEDs. Remember that?
Yeah.
There was that one story where Guerrero was linked to something. I don't even know what it was. Like I don't know
either. Yeah.
But he was linked to
one of
something,
those.
and
Yeah,
Brady did like was he standing outside like a training camp or something, and he like said like got.
He was full.
It was like when you accuse like a 10-year-old of lying and they throw a tantrum.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, you're kind of telling on yourself right now.
Him and Alex were so in deep with each other at that point, though, so he might have just been like defending his best friend, business partner. I always wonder if it was that, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know this sounds blasphemous too, having this conversation, but I've done it.
But I think they all use stuff though. I don't know if they're using steroids necessarily, but they're using supplements.
I don't think Brady's not like injecting.
No, he never was.
Brian McNamee is not injecting steroids into Tom Brady's ass.
His whole thing was pliability and all that stuff, but that doesn't mean they're not using EPO or like something or something we don't even know of. Like,
I mean, I've always said like
I love supplements.
There's stuff that's illegal now that we didn't even know about that players were taking. That you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna use like go ahead, recover quicker. Go ahead.
Why would we?
I'm all about it.
Yeah, they should.
I'm all about it because they're gonna find a way to do it anyways.
Yeah,
like they're gonna be able to. I'm not saying they're pulling out the Whizzinator when they take a piss, but like
these are
there's stuff now I think you could take to disguise
they're
whatever you're taking, like in the
every
text.
chemist that is trying to catch these people, there's a chemist trying to beat those chemists.
There's a chemist trying to.
It's just there's money. It's a money world. Like it's like
There's somebody in a lab somewhere right now cooking up something that's going to block this PED from showing up in a drug test in one of the major sports leagues, and then they're going to make money by getting a ring of these athletes,
and it will never stop. And it shouldn't either. Like specifically football, they take such a beating. Those guys need peptides. Those guys, their bodies need to recover. They need all that stuff.
And every once in a while,
they're making an 18-game season. They just said,
yeah.
So that those guys need some shit. It's a tough league.
And every once in a while, you'll get the nerdy reporter that decides to go public.
Yeah, and has to make
who has the scandal and is like, but what about? But A-Rod, what about the integrity of the game?
The home run, the whole when McGuire and Sosa were chasing, it was the most exciting time in baseball.
Oh, that's coming up soon too. The Hall of Fame vote.
Yeah.
Clemens and Bonds, they're done. They're off, right? Yeah, they're off.
I
think right.
I saw someone wrote they should do a 1-day contract for Clemens just to kick.
Or
him
they
back
got one
into
more
it.
year.
I think it's either out or it's one more year. I'm not sure.
One of those. They're close.
It's right at the end.
I don't know. Either way.
You're nuts. If Roger Clemens isn't in your Hall of Fame,
then don't have a Hall of Fame. Yeah, it's stupid. It's very stupid.
Yeah.
It's same thing with A-Rod.
Freaking same with Pete Rose. Let's go all the way back. I get why he's kept out, but guy's dead. Let's figure it out now. Like, great baseball player. He should be in your Hall of Fame.
They'll put Shohei Ohtani in.
Yeah, exactly. Great point.
That went away quick, huh?
Because they wanted it.
Are people stupid?
Disappeared. I mean, Shohei Ohtani is either the dumbest person ever.
I mean, he's not.
And he's not. Or he's dirty. He's in this.
Or his trainer's the dumbest person ever.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not, Paul. It's like if me and you moved to Japan, right? And like you decided to like just take extreme liberties with my bank account over there. Even though me and you need each other like more than anything.
I could speak Japanese for some reason. That was the whole thing, that there was a language barrier. So we go to Japan, I can speak Japanese for some reason, and I just bilk you. That's what we're pretending we believe. And over a long period of time, not once. I mean, anyone, you know what I mean?
With a lot of money, too. Like,
real money. You're not noticing this money disappear? Even if you have millions and millions and millions of dollars, you're not noticing $2-3 million disappear?
Major League Baseball, the last thing they could have happen is have to, like, suspend Shohei Ohtani lifetime. They would have to give him a lifetime ban, right? They gave it to Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Like, the last thing they need is to have to ban Shohei Ohtani.
And he's arguably
for the rest of his career.
Their most bankable player.
He's not arguable, Paul.
He's up.
Think about Major League Baseball.
It's got to be him, right?
Who else you got? Trout. He's hurt every year.
Yeah, you're right.
He's not making.
And he's kind of done too. Yeah.
And you can't really market Trout because he's just kind of a boring dude.
Yeah, it's
right.
It's just Shohei Ohtani.
Like, what do we got?
Plus the pitching, the little bit of pitching he does, that adds like an element.
Think about it. Like, what do you got in Major League Baseball that you showcase?
Right. It is him.
It's Shohei Ohtani.
It's just him. That's sad. They're not in a good place when that's a bad realization for me.
I mean, one of the other biggest stories in baseball, like with the players, was what? Like, you got the Mets reliever had a cool song to come out of the bullpen. That's it. Major League Baseball, they could not afford
to
get rid of Shohei Ohtani, so they could not just admit that he is placing major bets.
That's a better reason to let Pete Rose in and just be like, hey, we were too hard on that. So sorry. Just going forward, we're sorry about that.
Actually, let's let him in. Anyways, where were we? Steroids. Look, Brady wasn't taking steroids, but
no. But I
if you had told me that, like,
they're all pushing the envelope of what they can take, though. Obviously,
of course,
because they have to recover. Like, it's not even like performance enhancing, in my opinion.
No, it's not. It's not wrong.
So your body does not break down.
You're working with someone that's going to let you take something to recover quicker. That's going to not show up in this drug test. Are you not going to take it?
And also,
I'm taking it.
And also, you're going to be better when you retire because your body's not going to be destroyed.
Yeah, and Tom Brady's body is not destroyed. And I think if he was playing for the Patriots right now, if they never broke it up,
if you didn't have to buy the Raiders or part of the Raiders.
What's his percentage too?
I don't know. They don't tell you. It's probably 1. It's always very low.
I'd love to see him just be their quarterback.
Can he? Is that a thing?
What?
could he be an owner and a quarterback? Is that
Brady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Well, he would need
to like maybe put his thing in a trust where he doesn't have control of
he
it
would
or
need
something.
approval, I believe, from like all the other owners, or like a certain amount of a majority of the owners. He would need approval.
Which those guys all get paid from TV money, really, so they would love Tom Brady back too.
I don't know how that would go down.
I bet most of them would.
I don't know. Then they might think, well, this guy's gonna just start beating us again. So
Still good, still money.
yeah. Do you think he's that bad on TV? I don't think he's that bad.
I think he's fine. I don't have a problem with it.
No. I think
He's not
people
like,
are looking.
he's
People are
not the
looking for
best.
stuff. People are mad that he took the spot of the other guy, Greg
who
Olson.
they love, and who is great too. Like,
Yeah,
but
he's good. I mean, what the fuck?
How-
He's great.
how good do you
I'm
have-
gonna stop.
how
you
good-
right there. Is he great? He's all right.
Well, that's what I was
He's
just gonna
good.
say. He's as good as any of
But
them.
this is what we do. We fall in love with people and we turn them into something they're not.
No, but also, how good do you have to be? Like for that, like I don't need them to be that good. I just want,
Yeah, I don't
want
even-
a little bit of
I
banter.
I
want
don't
a
even
little,
care,
couple of
yeah.
stats. Like the best one of those shows is the Inside the NBA with Charles, Shaq, and Kenny and Ernie.
Yeah.
That's the best one of those, and that's just all goofing around. Mm-hmm. So no one, like, I don't know. You can do the X's and O's yourself. That's why you watch the freaking game. You don't need these guys to tell
I mean,
you.
Romo was annoying when he was like predicting every play. Remember that? He went through a
Yeah.
stretch where he was like predicting plays for you.
Yeah.
And then he's got the annoying like, I don't know, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it gonna be, Jim?
But he's still good too. I don't
Yeah,
mind.
he's still good
I
too.
don't mind watching
Yeah, he's
him
good
either. Yeah.
But like,
But yeah, that was
I don't
that was
like
kinda
or
wacky.
dislike, but they really dislike Brady doing it. And I watch it and I go,
You know
I don't
why?
know,
That's
like-
just jealous. It's just jealousy.
I just,
Like, can Tom Brady can just be bad at one thing, please? That's what those guys want. Like,
yeah. Well, he's not coming back. That's for sure.
we were wrong about that.
What else? Anything else? I think this is the longest show we've done, but I think we needed to get it.
Yeah,
We needed to get a lot of it out of
a
our
little
system.
crazy in the middle, but we got sports at the front and
No, we got wrestling in the front. I mean, we are full blown. We're about a year in here. Like being all in on pro wrestling.
yeah,
Like my company that I own.
yeah.
Paul, you're executive producer here in gorilla position. Since I have full control of this company now, we got another show coming up on February 1st, and
Is it 3 p.m. or 4 p.m.?
3 p.m.
Okay,
3 o'clock in the afternoon, the day of the Rumble, Saturday, February 1st.
perfect.
There's people just like they're unhappy with my promotion for the event,
Oh yeah,
and I just say to them like, I don't know. Like, you got to find fans that are going to show up for you. Like, I don't know what to tell you. We're promoting it.
yeah.
People show up or they don't at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's an indie show in Southie on a Saturday afternoon. I hope they show up. We're promoting it for people to show up. It's at the Ironworkers Local 7 Union Hall. It's just this. Look, I'm a business owner now, multiple businesses, and there's just a lot of noise
Get a lot
that
of
you have
chatter.
to just kind of learn to just accept that it's noise.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less. But it's one of those things like the more people talk, the more it's like, you just don't want me to get to where I'm really thinking about going right now.
Yeah.
Because people forget, you're the owner. You can fire people if you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can tell people not to come back if you fucking want. The only good thing about the wrestling company is that, like, I am almost finding myself accepting it and enjoying it because it's part of people
Part
think
of the storyline.
People
really.
think it's a work, but the reality is, the pro wrestling industry would not let me in.
Yeah.
A world filled with giants, and I'm 5'7", $140 soaking wet. It's a fucking shoot. So I bought a company. That's what I did. And I took a company that was dead. Dead. UFO wrestling was fucking dead. And anybody who is involved in it knows it. And if you're saying otherwise, you're lying to yourself and everybody around you that knows the truth. UFO wrestling was dead. So what happened was I took full control of the company, 100%, bought the whole damn thing, rebranded it, and I took a YouTube channel that had 0 subscribers and How many did I add? 430.
Which is not, it's pretty hard
That
on
is
YouTube.
nothing to just shake your head at. Like 430 subscribers in a couple months?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
In
How many views do we get a show? Over 1,000 a show. And then you add in all the clips. We get some clips that get 10,000 views. I created a full-scale video fucking production. I created a way for people who don't show up to the event to see everybody, to see all the great work that I think they do.
Yeah,
and yet there's still the fucking you know, I embrace it because it's like it's true, right? It's like this is what it is. This is what that industry is. You hear from the outside. It's a very bitchy industry. But much like Wes Welker told me when Randy Moss got traded, when I was a reporter, in the locker room, like we talked about earlier in the show, there's a sign on the wall when you walk into the building. It says, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be. Okay? You don't have to be. I don't know what else you want me to do for you. I can only throw super kicks. I'm not going to give you suplexes. That's all I can do. And they hate that I'm like in the main event scene. They hate it. Well, I brought Parker Boudreaux in, the notorious BFD.
A killer.
And Parker Boudreaux, much like me, they won't let him in the industry. What did I say in the last promo? People think that's a fucking work. That's a shoot. Insecure people surround themselves with inferior talent. I saw it in the sports media. I see it now in professional wrestling. And it's the same with Parker Boudreaux. It's the same with me. They don't want it. We're stealing somebody's potential WrestleMania moment. No, and that's like a pro-rated WrestleMania moment right now. It's like there's only so many spots. So when someone there sees somebody else coming up and they see it's pretty damn fucking good.
It's a famine mentality. Yeah.
It's a threat. You don't want to promote a threat. And not only do you not want to promote a threat, you try to fucking squash that threat by being a fucking weasel.
They haven't stopped us yet, though.
Okay? No. They're not, Paul. You look at my resume, okay? The things that I've started, the things that I've done, the things that I've turned things into. Like, take a look at it. If you think some of this ain't gonna fucking stop what we're doing, we're just getting started. We rebranded, all right? That logo is fucking nice, okay? Who doesn't like that logo? Undisputed Wrestling Entertainment. There's just a lot of nonsense trash talk right now behind the scenes. People think I don't hear it. I hear it. But what's going to happen is that Parker Boudreaux is not only going to come in and be the top dog in my company, and I don't even have to do anything about that. Like, this is just like...
It's nature.
It's just, this is what he does.
Yes,
He's a beast. He's going to smash you. Okay? And that's not me, like, doing anything special as the owner.
No, look him up. He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. And not only is he going to, like, steal your spotlight, and not only am I going to be there every step of the way because I'm fucking paying you, well, guess what? He's also going to steal your WrestleMania moment. He's going to take that spot, that imaginary brass ring, and he's going to take that from you. Everything that you've been chasing, he's actually going to get. Okay? And I'm going to be there laughing my ass off the whole damn time. People talk about Cody Rhodes' story. It pisses me off. You know that? They finish the story this, the story that.
He's owed
you want
something.
No. You want a fucking story, Paul? 5'7", $140 soaking wet. They wouldn't let him into the industry filled with giants. So I bought my own company, and then I got a giant on my side that they also wouldn't let in because they're so insecure. They won't surround themselves with him. They surround themselves with other inferior talent. And now, that story, UWE Championship. Name the championship after that. You think I have to go to other indie fucking companies? Your companies suck. Your videos suck. Oh, great. You're doing flips and twists and all this crazy shit on Instagram. Do you think I care? Do you think I care? I own a multi-million-dollar business in Broadway Golf Club. Do you think I care? I have done 15 years in the sports media. I've been a multi-time guest on the Dan Patrick Show. Have you? No. You're Instagram famous for a couple of flips. Who gives a shit? Nobody knows who you are. And if your music hit at the Royal Rumble, nobody would care because they wouldn't know. But when our music hits one day at the Royal Rumble, you'll know. Oh, you'll know. And you'll be mad. And I just want you to know that the fact that it makes you so mad makes me so damn happy. And it makes it all worth it. And it's going to be fucking fantastic. So, I think we'll wrap it up with that.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Leave a comment.
Paul, great job.
Thanks,
Talk
Andy.
to you soon.